Today I'm going to be doing a video on how I do my eyebrows and my lashes because I don't really go into depth in that normally. So here we go. Things you're gonna need. I have this angled brush right here. I have this eyebrow gel, started out clear, then some powder got in it. And then I have this brown eyebrow gel and another little angled brush. I have a lighter eyebrow pencil that has a little spoolie on the end. And you can have a little eyebrow palette, which also has a highlighter. But I've ended up just using a few of the shades on the James Charles Artistry palette, and they work really well for me. So I'll be using this today. First off, we're going to take this and line right here. I already did that and didn't realize it didn't record, so this is what it looks like. I've just got, it's not very noticeable, it's just a nice fade. Now, eyebrow gel. Take it, dip it in, not too much, I'll wipe all the excess off on the side. And I always start with the tail first. Just gently line it to get the tail you want. And remember, any mistakes you can always clean up later. Start doing the curve, which is always the hardest part for me because I'm so scared I'm going to mess that up. Which is why I never do my eyebrows after my foundation, just in case I have to wipe it off. Go around the bend. Now I'm going to blend where we previously took this and this together. So I don't take much of the darker eyebrow gel to blend it into that, but on this end I'm going to start taking the eyebrow gel and fill it in with a little bit of it so it's really dark on the ends to match my hair. And once you get about not halfway, but almost halfway, you want to stop with the gel to where it's all filled in, like that. And then we're going to do the other side. Now, time to fill in with powder. But first, remember, eyebrows are not twins, they're sisters, or even cousins. This one I messed up on a little bit, but I'm going to clean it up with some concealer, which is really easy. So I like to take this color right here and put it over the dark gel so it's kind of set. And then I will put this color right here on the ends, and I will blend those two colors together with this one right here. Get a nice fade going. Tap the powder off, and we're going to very, very lightly. You do not want a lot of powder here. Just like that. And I always like to go step by step, going back and forth. I don't do one brow at a time and another brow at a time, because that just does not work for me. Now time for the dark. And we're gonna put it right on the ends. And now we're gonna blend them together with the medium shade. Here's something I always do so they don't look too blocky, I guess. I don't know. I take the spoolie and I will actually try and brush some of the powder I just put in there out so it doesn't look, I mean, it's an Instagram brow, so it's gonna look not natural, but not too unnatural, to where you can still see the hairs. make it look like an actual brow, not total Sharpie. Because that's not what I like. If you like it that way, go ahead, do it. I'm all for it, but I don't think it complements my face very well. See, nice and blended. Sometimes I'll brush this to get the ends right here as light as possible. Now, one last step. Eyebrow gel. So your brows don't move. Because trust me, I have a real problem with this one. The hairs like to do whatever they want to do and not listen to me. So, eyebrow gel, it's a godsend. I like to brush up kind of at an angle and then go over, get that nice shape. I'm sorry, did I say one last step? I forgot. We gotta clean them up. To clean up my brows, I use a full coverage foundation and this concealer brush. And I just put the foundation on the back of my hand. You don't need much, just a good amount. And we get a little bit on the brush, and I always start right here. Just clean it up. It's always better to go a little under the brow at first and then slowly work your way in, and just don't dive in and get concealer all over your brow, because then you have to start all over. Sculpt that little tail. Pretty good. Now let's clean up the one I messed up. Always a good tip, have some tweezers in your makeup kit in case you see some stray hairs you want to get rid of. Because trust me, that's a lifesaver. Instead of having to run, find some tweezers while you're in the middle of your makeup, it's right there. Now I like to blend the concealer down onto my eye because I'll use a little bit of that as primer for my eyeshadow. And yes, I do blend with my finger because I am impatient, and blending with your finger, actually you don't get that results. I've done all my foundation with just my hands, and it turned out pretty good. But I don't suggest doing it all the time. If you have the time, use the proper equipment and blend it with your beauty blender. That is my brows all done. So I just did my whole Mardi Gras makeup look. That'll be in another video. I'm going to show you in depth how I put on my lashes. So these aren't very expensive lashes. I don't have the money to buy those really expensive pairs. I've seen the like magnetic kind with the eyeliner. That looks really cool, but I don't know. This way works for me, so I'm gonna stick with it until I can. Let me find it. I had just a regular lash glue. I have really sensitive skin, and I ended up having my eyelids swell because of this lash glue. So I bought this lash glue, same brand, it's just latex and paraben free, and it works wonders. I actually like how it applies better than the other one. It's got a little brush. It applies so much easier. So take your lash, find out which blend goes on which lash. This will go on this side. So I'm gonna take my lash in between my two pointer fingers. I'm gonna take the glue, get some on there, brush it off. Alright, take it and you're going to apply it to the line. At first, just do a little and I like to add a generous amount because when I first started applying lashes, I had a real trouble with them sticking. I guess I wasn't using enough glue. So now I like to apply a lot. I know most people use tweezers to put on their lashes, but I don't. I prefer using my fingers. So we are going to set the middle down first, pull it over there, and apply it to the corner. This is the corner I always have trouble with sticking, so I'm gonna press on it and make sure it is stuck down nice and firm. Leave it there, let it dry a little bit. So they're nice and lifted. Beautiful, beautiful lashes. Now, we're going to apply same thing. Pointer finger, thumb, glue, line it, go back and apply a generous amount. There we go. Let it sit for a few seconds. Let it get a little tacky. And then always keep your eye open, but kind of look down. Go above and then push down. Secure it to the side. Corner. Right there. And then, while it's still wet, adjust it so they're even. Voila, there are my lashes. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know whenever I post a new video.